कृष्ण भक्ताय स्तद भक्ताय नमो नमः। बद्धे वितनुते भक्तिं मूर्खमावर्तय श्रुतिं यत् कृपात्वमहं वन्दे श्रीमदन गोपालकं प्रभु। जय निताई। हरि बोल। Today is a great day for all of us because today is Jayanti of Sri Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. It is said that Kaviraj Goswami Pad, he completed Sri Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. At the end of Grantha, it is also said in a very ancient style. It was Shakabda 1537 and the day was the waning moon stage, 5th day of waning moon stage in Jeshta month. Jeshta month is the second month of Bengali year. First month is Vaishak, connected with Vishakha Nakshatra, and Jeshta Mas, the second month of Jeshta, connected with Jeshta Nakshatra. So, on this month, 5th day of waning moon, Kaviraj Goswami Pad completed Sri Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, which Grantha now we are reading or hearing, listening. What is this Grantha? Why Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami? He described this Grantha. Is it was biography of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? If it is, then what was that? Sri Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat by Vrindavan Das Thakur. Actually, it was the biography. It was the biography of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat. But when Kaviraj Goswami Pad, he was requested by the pure Vaishnavas of Vrindavan and Braj, then he asked the permission to Sri Sri Radha Madan Mohan. That time he was really very old, more than 80. More than 80 he was. So he was afraid that either he can complete his sankalpa or not. Because he wanted to describe the truths, not the life story of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is why it is named as Sri Sri Chaitanya Charita Amrita. He described that part of his life, how he fulfilled his sankalpa, Swam Bhagavan in Kali Yuga, how it was happened. And that is why he took shelter on the lotus feet of Krishna, because to open the secret which is hidden, it's very difficult. Already Vrindavan Das Thakur, he described the life story of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, for Kali Jiva, it was not enough, maybe, by his realization to get that feelings, that realization of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who he is, why he appeared, to give us that all realization and feelings. He described Sri Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So it is not actually the biography. It is not the biography of Sri Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but the Tattva, Chaitanya Charita Tattva was described here, explained here by Kaviraj Goswami Pad, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, and his really very perfect named. Perfectly he was named. He is Kaviraja. Kaviraja means the doctor. Who is treating the patient treatment, and then she will decide to give some medicine to cure the patient who is sick. For us, Kaviraj Goswami Pad, he was that doctor. And for us, he gave us. It was gift, the best medicine for all Kali Jivas, and that is Sri Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. But he was afraid, Kaviraj Goswami Pad, if he can complete that grantha or not. So that is why, because that time he was above 80. So that's why when he was permitted by Madan Mohan and requested by the pure Vaishnavas of Braj, so he started. Anyhow, he completed first part. That means Adi Leela. And when he was starting Madhya Leela, so he was afraid. And he said there, he described that situation about his health. Now it's very difficult for me to write some things because my fingers are shivering, my arms are shivering. My vision is not really clear because now I'm very old. So maybe I'll die. If I'll die, that is why I'm describing the essence of these all two cantos. So in Madhya Lila, the first chapter is Madhya Lila Sutra. All the contents he described of Madhya Lila in the first chapter. And in second chapter, he described all the contents, the synopsis of all contents of Antya Lila. And that is in the second chapter of Madhya Lila. He was not sure about this, that he will complete this. But how he got this all? All knowledge, Kaviraj Goswami Pad, he never associated with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But from his Sri Gurudev, he got this mercy. His Gurudev was Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Das Goswami. So from him, he got very, very secret knowledge about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he was given Murari Gupta Karcha. He was sent to Murari Gupta and Sarup Damodar too. It is said in Murari Gupta Karcha, in that book, everything, so many things which are not described in other granthas, it is there in Murari Gupta Karcha. And it is true. Some contents of Murari Gupta Karcha, it is nowhere described. So Murari Gupta, he revealed all the truths, all the Leela, and Sarup Damodar also. From them, Kaviraj Goswami Pad, he got all those knowledge about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to whom he took shelter, who were very nearmost associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Raghunath Das Goswami, Tulasi Manjari, who was most nearest Manjari of Srimati Radharani. Sarup Damodar, who was Lalita Shakhi. So they can open that secret about hidden Krishna, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, where there is Srimati Radharani also. So Kaviraj Goswami Pad, by their mercy and by the mercy blessings of Sri Sri Radha Madan Mohan, he describes Sri Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Just look at the name of this grantha. Sri Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. You have to just write in that way, Sri Sri. Sri means before or any name, we are using Sri, this word. For what? For Maryada, for respect, to glorify. So sometimes, if you visit the temple, then you can find the temple name is written there. 1008 Sri Govindaju Temple. Sometimes we are glorifying our Gurudev, 108 Sri Gurudev name. So why Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Pad? He didn't use this because only two Sri are there, not more than two. And if you write Sri Sri Sri, it will be wrong. If you write only one Sri, then also it will be wrong. Because by this two Sri, Kaviraj Goswami Pad wanted to mention something. He said, whoever will attest with this Grantha in his heart, Chaitanya, the consciousness, Krishna consciousness, Sri Radha consciousness will manifest, develop in their heart. Anyhow, if one will attest with this Grantha, if one will see, if one will worship, if one will listen this Grantha, then very fast in his heart, the consciousness, because it will destroy, first it will destroy all the bad influence against influence of bhakti. Then all the bad qualities will go out from the heart by the mercy of Sri Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. And two great wealth, sampada, you will get by this. Then in his heart, that consciousness, Krishna consciousness, Srimati Radharani consciousness will manifest, will appear. What is that? Sri means, by word, Sri means Aishwarya, opulences. Sri means beauty. Sri means wealth. Sri means Lakshmi. So, which meaning was used here by Kaviraj Goswami Pad? He said, two great wealth you will get by this. The first is the wealth of mercy. Kripa Sampad. By first Sri he mentioned the wealth of mercy. And by the second Sri he mentioned the wealth of prema. And that prema is Jugal prema. Not only Krishna prem, not only Radha prem. Jugal prema. What Ramananda Roy will describe later. So, when one will read, when one will listen Chaitanya Charitamrita, these two great wealth you will get in his heart. And that is, first is Kripa, the second is Prema. So, Kaviraj Goswami Pad, for us, for all Kalijivas, he opened this. It is really our medicine. It is really our medicine for us. And that is why Chaitanya Charitamrita, this Grantha is really very tough. It's very tough. My father used to say this: after you will carefully reading of Srimad Bhagavata 5 years, then you can realize the first sloka of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Just think about this. After 5 years carefully reading of Srimad Bhagavata, then one can realize the first sloka of Sri Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. How tough this is. Because Kaviraj Goswami Pad, he opened the secret of Prachanna Avatar. Prachanna means hidden. Krishna, he appeared but hidden. His mood, it's hidden. The main cause of his appearance, it's hidden. And all the associates of fame, they are also hidden. If something is open to realize, it's very easy. But if something is covered and you don't know this, what is this? Then it's very difficult to realize about this. So, we said, Rupa Goswami already said that at the beginning it will be not so tasty, but when the time will go, will continue, then it will be very tasty. Then it will be nectarian taste. So the devotees who have to take shelter on Chaitanya Charitamrita. Sri Gaura Sundar, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, because we born in Kali Yuga where there is not even a single good qualities. Kaler dosha nidhe rajam nasti hi eko mahan guna. Not a very good qualities here in this Kali Yuga. So then what will happen with us? That is why Chaitanya Charitamrita is here. To save our life, to send us that pure prema, to give us proper knowledge for our life, what to do, what not. Today is that day when Kaviraj Goswami Pad, he completed Sri Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, and we're listening Chaitanya Charitamrita, the conversation between Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu and Ramananda Raya. So now it's good to continue our topics. Yesterday it was that Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, he accepted the answer of Ramananda Roy. Yes, right, you're right. It is also, but not the ultimate. প্রভু কহে কেহ হয় আগে কহ আর। Yes, it is also. But, Roy, I have this desire to know more higher. If you know, please describe me. রায় কহে দাস্য প্রেম সর্বসাধ্য সার। Yes, Prabhu. If prema bhakti also not okay, then dasya prem. You know why? Because the eternal form of Jiva is that the servant of Krishna. জীবের স্বরূপ হয় নিত্য কৃষ্ণদাস। The eternal form of Jiva, that the eternal servant of Sri Krishna. So when one will attain that stage of pure devotion and you want to serve Krishna, it is the highest. Is there any proof, Roy? If there is any support from scripture, yes, Prabhu, there is support from scripture. Now Ramananda Roy said, Prabhu, I'll remind you about that very beautiful stories of Maharshi Durvasa. After he was saved from Sudarshan by Maharaj Ambarish, then Maharshi Durvasa he realized the greatness of very pure devotee. He said to Ambarish, Ambarish, you are really very fortunate. Not only you, me too. You are fortunate that you were accepted by Srihari as his very, very pure servant. And I am fortunate because of you. Anyhow, I got association of you. Anyhow, I got your mercy also because you saved my life from Sudarshan. You know, Amarish, I went to Brahma when Sudarshan started to run behind me. I went to my father, Brahma, but he refused me. And then I went to Shankar, Devadadev Mahadev. He also refused me. I went to Srihari at the end. Srihari said to me, Oh Durvasa, why you are running here and there? Why you came here to me? I said, Prabhu, Sudarshan, your weapon, want to kill me. So please save me from your weapon. But you know what Prabhu said? Durvasa, I have nothing to do. Saving you, it is not in my hand. I said, Prabhu, Sudarshan is your weapon. He must be controlled by you. Durvasa, it is Not really like that. When Sudarshan is following some duty for someone, he is only following his order. And I sent Sudarshan to protect, save Ambarish. So now only Ambarish can save you, not me. Because Durvasha, you know, aham bhakta paradhina. Jha shatantra iva dija, he dija, aham bhakta paradhina. I am under control of my devotee, very pure devotee. Sadhavir grastha hridaya bhaktair bhakta janapriya. My devotees, they just gulp my heart. So that's why only I can see my devotees, very pure devotees. You know how much? I remind Bhagavan, Prabhu, I am also your devotee. But Bhagavan said, yes, Durvasa, you are also my devotee, but not like them. Not like them. Because they are always absorbed in me. Durvasa, by your power of austerity, you sent that very dangerous man, very dangerous person to kill Ambarish. Ambarish is also a great warrior. He is a great king. He has a very big group of his warriors. He could try to save himself by his power, by his warrior power. But whenever you send that Kritanal Purusha to him, he took shelter on me. Because you know, my devotees, they know how to respect. It was not his mistake. For what you sent that Kritanal Purusha to kill him? It was not actually his mistake. Because you know, Panam, Bhojanam, Abhojanamupi. Drinking water, it's eating and also not eating. You can accept it as taking food or not also. But you accept that another way because of your false ego that you are a very powerful person in this world. Amarish, Durvasa. Amarish such kinds of devotee that they can control. You know, he is blessed. Maybe he will try to fight with that Kritanal Purush. Maybe he can stop him because he is blessed by me. But he didn't do this. He didn't do that or didn't send his warriors to him because he wanted to respect you, Durvasha, Brahman. He wanted to respect one Brahman because he know I am Brahmana Vatsala, Brahmana Deva. He know I love Brahmanas. So that's why only to remember this. He didn't try. He just accepted your curse and he took shelter to me. And he prayed, Prabhu, that Kritanal Purus very soon she will kill me. So I'll die. But Prabhu, please be merciful in my next life also. I don't know where my next birth will be. Maybe as a tree, as a plant, maybe as a worm, maybe as an animal. It's not so important for me, Prabhu. Wherever I'll burn, in which yoni I'll burn, I'm not bothered about this. But be merciful to me that my heart and mind always will be engaged with you. Maybe by your meditation, Durvasha, I'm controlled by them. Such kinds of devotee, they are controlling me. They just swallowed my heart, gulp my heart. Amarish. Then I came here. And that is your greatness, that you saved me from Sudarshan. That's why I'm sharing my realization to you. Yanyama srutimatrena puman bhavati nirmala tasya tithapada king dashanam avashishyate. Who are the servant of him whose name is most purest, that only by listen one time, single time of his name, one will get great purity. Puman bhavati nirmala. Anyone, Durvasa didn't mention about the caste or higher, lower, good, bad, nothing. Srutimatrena puman. Only by listening one time, puman bhavati nirmala. Maybe his earth is full of bad qualities, bad influences are there, but then also, only by listening one time of his name, everything will go out from his heart, from his intelligence, and she will be very pure. Tasya tithapada kingba dashanam avashishyate. Who is such kinds of powerful, merciful. So, what I should say about his servant? They are also very merciful. The servant of him, they are also very merciful. Like Prabhu. How Prabhu is sometimes doing costless mercy, spreading his costless mercy. his servant also. Because they have everything. They have everything. There is no shortage in their storage of all those servants. Tirthapada. Not only Bhagavan is Tirthapada, the devotees, the servant, very pure servant of him, I have to say they are also Tirthapada. And I think the glories are the same. Where Bhagavan will go, where Bhagavan will stay, that place known, or where Bhagavan will perform any lila of his very beautiful lila, that place known as Tirtha, pilgrims. But Ambarish, I have to say something from my realization that where Bhakta is living, where the servant of fame they are residing, their place also, it's Tirtha. Sometimes more glorious than the Tirtha Bhagavan. Because Ambarish, Jiva, first they need for their life, if really they want to attain Krishna Prema, if they want to really attain Bhakti in their life, first they have to go to devotees, Bhakta. Bhakta Kripa, then Bhagavat Kripa. So the glories of devotees, this is also great. Glories of devotees also great, very, very great. Here, Marish. So that is why today, until today, it was a big false ego in my heart that yes, I have great power. Because of my austerities, I have great power, and everyone, all those three worlds, Swarga, Marta and Patal, all three worlds are afraid about me, about my curse, about my power, about my anger. Everyone, even the demigods, they always trying to satisfy me, not to make me angry. Until today, it was my false ego that I am the most powerful. I can do anything. And it was also some kind of pride in my heart that I'm really very nearest person. I'm in that group of nearest person of Sri Hari. But today, all my realization, all my false ego, it's just destroyed by Sri Hari. All my pride was thrown away from my heart by Sri Hari. Today I realized something new. Not new, actually. I forgot. Because of my false ego, I forgot everything. the truths about Bhagavan, that he is under control of devotees. So Ambarish, you are very fortunate that you are accepted by him. Ramananda Roy said, Prabhu, it was the realization of Maharshi Durvasa, and I describe this from Amalo Praman Srimad Bhagavata. Amalo Praman Srimad Bhagavata. Sriman Mahaprabhu, he asked again, right? Maharshi Durvasa, what is said? He glorified the devotees. He glorified the devotees because he was saved by Ambarish. So maybe he wanted to show his greatness, that Ambarish, you saved my life. That is why maybe. But in this sloka, it is not really clear the mood of servant. Is there any support? Any more? Yes. Yes, Prabhu. There is also something more. Bhavantamevanuchara nirantara prashanta nishesha manaratantara kadaham aikantika nitya kinkara praharshaishyami shanatha jivitam. Hey Natha, Prabhu, this slok was written, described by Yamuna Muni in Stotra Ratnavali. You will find this. And there he described very nicely that how one servant is praying. Kadaham, whenever I'll be your Aikantika Nitya Kinkara. What is the speciality of this word, Aikantika Nitya Kinkara? What is the meaning of Kinkara? By translation in English, everything. Dasha, this is also servant. Bhritya, also servant. Kinkar, also servant. But why they use this different word? What is the greatness of this word, Kinkara? Ramananda Roy describing, Prabhu. The servant of Sri Krishna, they want to be a Kinkara. Not only Kinkara, Nitya Kinkara. And when they'll get that mood, Nitya Kinkara, then they are praying to get that mood of Aikantika Nitya Kinkara. So, who is Kinkar? There is in servant category, There is so many difference are there. Some servant, they're working for salary. Most of them, they're working for salary. Okay, just think about that. Everyone, all the servant, they're working for salary. Shulkadasha, that means paid servant. But in between this paid servant, there is also category by their mood. Some of them, they are coming to their work, although they are getting money for that, but they are not following their duties as well. They are trying to just pass the time and go back to their house. Always they are trying to play with the master, Prabhu, hide and seek. If the servant will be always in front of master, so one after one, a new order will come. Do it, do it, do it, do it. So that group of servant, they're trying to hide themselves because then they have not to do so many things. Next group, they also paid servant, Shulkadasha, but they're only following how much money they are getting, and for that money, which was agreement that you have to do this, and you will get this salary. So they'll come, they'll finish exactly according to the agreement of their service. They'll finish, they'll go. They'll not do any extra things. Another group, they also paid servant. They also paid servant. They are following their duties according to agreement. And then if the master will say something that please do it. If it is extra, the master will say, Prabhu will say, please do it. So they will do that. What the Prabhu will say, what their master will say, they'll do that, but not with happy mood, not with smiling face. With unhappy mood, they'll do this. And they'll say so many things to their master. Another group. Next group, they also paid servant. They are also paid servant. But they are always trying to satisfy, please their Prabhu, their master. They are always trying to satisfy their Prabhu. They are known as Kinkara. They are always searching how I can please my Prabhu. They are always trying to make happy their master. King Karomi, King Karomi. How I can please my Prabhu, what I have to do. Always they are searching for new work, new duty. They are Kinkara. They are known as Kinkara, but the devotees Nitya Kinkara. What is that? Everything, everything like Kinkara, but they are not paid servant. Ashulka Dasha, they are not taking anything from Prabhu, but at the same time they are always engaged with their service, with their duty. They are not getting anything for their duty, but in their heart, by their duty, they are very happy. Prabhu, they are known as Nitya Kinkara. And this mood only will manifest in the heart of devotee who has such kinds of special mood of servant, servant of Krishna. That mood is very higher than any other mood. But Roy, you said Aikantika Nitya Kinkara. What is that? What actually they want to get? Which mood actually they want to get in their heart? What is this Aikantika Nitya Kinkara? It's very beautiful, Prabhu. In this prayer, you'll see this. What Yamuna Muni said in this prayer, you will see this. So, what is that, devotee? Ramananda Raya will say, but not today. Tomorrow he'll continue. Now, I have to say, the devotees where every day is coming and live is there. Sudhavindu Roy. Okay, very good. You are asking every day some important question. Would you kindly explain the offerings between difference between Smriti Shastra written by Raghunandan Bhattacharya, which describes strict religious and social practices, and liberal Gauriya Vaishnavism, profound by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? What we understand by Smarta Sampradaya? Very good question. We are also following Smriti. Haribhakti Bilas is not out of Smriti. Haribhakti Bilas Grantha also is Smriti Shastra. But the other Smriti Shastra, what you said, Raghunandan, Smarta Raghunandan Bhattacharya, there are some rules and regulations are not really supporting bhakti. Sometimes it is against of bhakti. Sometimes it is against of bhakti. So that's why they known as smartas. Smarta means pure smartas. In one hand, we are also following Smriti. Haribhakti Bilas, it is not out of Smriti. It is also Smriti Shastra. But we are following Smriti which is supporting bhakti. Which is against bhakti, we are not following that Smriti. So that is why what Sriman Mahaprabhu described to us, what Sriman Mahaprabhu permitted, and by his advice, what Sanatan Goswami Pad, Gopal Bhatto Goswami Pad, they just described to us in Haribhakti Bilas, we are just following this. So Smartha Raghunandan Bhattacharya were not following exactly Smartha Raghunandan Bhattacharya, but so many things. Smriti Shastra is Smriti Shastra. Smartha Raghunandan Bhattacharya, he explained in his own way. It was not profound by Raghunandan Bhattacharya. Smriti Shastra is Smriti also one part of Veda. So it is not profound by Raghunandan Bhattacharya. He explained it. He explained it. So that's why it is known from us, for us, it is Marthas. Actually, we want to the Gauryas by this word Smartha. The Gauryas, they want to mention that Smarthas, that means the worshipper of Shakti. Not like that. Smartha, they are following the Smriti very strictly, but their Smriti, sometimes it is against Bhakti. So that's why we are not following that Smriti. We are following Smriti as Sri Sri Hari Bhakti Vilas. Samaroy Krishna Priya Arya Devnath Madhurya Dashi Shruti Dhara Tota Gopinath Das Janita to everyone Krishna Dashi Monika Vishwas Dipan Ghosh Jagopal Vishwas Gurachad Das Janitai Gurachad Sergei Kumarov Binoy Chakraborty Manju Devnath Shilpi Dev Dao Ji Harita Datta Rakhi Bhaumik Dhirak Krishna Das Gurachad Das. My hands are shaking, my eyesight, yes. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Pad, he said, let me therefore give a synopsis of the rest of Sesi in case I leave my body before completing it. Thank you, Dauji, to make easy my lecture. Sudevi, Nandan Lal Das, Rohini Devi Dasi, Ivanova Janitai, Suman Kanti Ghosh, Manju Devnath, Pradeep, many devotees, Shankar Pal, Anil Sharma, Terina Fedina. Okay, also you sent some question, but today is no more time. So I'll request Krishna Dashi, please collect the questions and send it to me. Now today's time is finished. So we'll continue these topics. What is Vaikantika Niktakankara, that mood? Ramananda Roy will describe tomorrow. The topic is really very big, so we'll continue tomorrow. So for today, I have to say Jayanita, you will meet again tomorrow 3 p.m. Haribol.